Good morning, friends and family. So, I am at the San Pedro House. There it is, right there. One of the massive cottonwoods here. That cottonwood right there. Too far, right there. It actually has a name. Its name is Bailey. And it's 36 feet around. The San Pedro House was built in the 1930s by the Baquila cattle company. And it was a house for their ranch manager. Pretty interesting, huh? So, let me start. This is day 27. There are people here, so I'm trying to get away from them so that they're not in there. Okay, so there's the river over there where all those cottonwood trees are. And we are hiking south. This loop trail is 1.9 miles. It is day 26. It's like 57 degrees out. It's beautiful. I have a long sleeve shirt on top of my regular t-shirt just because all right, so we got to look at this little thing. Just because the wind is nippy chilly. All right, so this way, I'm taking the longer way. We're going to go this way. So I will be pausing throughout because the last video was really long. And you know, it gets hard watching long videos. And so I'm going to get us started here. Shoot. I have a little backpack on. I just picked it up from Walmart. It's got a 2-liter water bottle in it that has one of these bite things. I haven't used it before. I should test it out, huh? Pop it open. All right, I don't know how to use these things. There is no water coming out, even though I've got it open. Okay, I just figured it out. Trial and error here. All right. Cool. So anyways, let me show you guys this, okay? So see this thing? No, you can't see this thing. I've got my camera on a selfie stick. So anyways, it's got this little rubber bite thing on it right here. And then to open it, you got to pull this thing up like that. And then you just bite on this tip. And then to close it, you pull it back down. All right. So anyways, it's got like 2 liters of water in it. And yeah, so I'm just, part of the reason I got it is because, number one, I'm tired of holding onto my water bottle while I'm walking. And I took, one of my subscribers suggested that I get a like little tripods selfie stick, which is what I have right now. That's what my phone is on. So y'all, I'm testing it all out right now. Interesting. I guess I could have went that way. I didn't, like I said, I haven't been over here. New to you as it is new to me. Okay, now we're on the big loop. So anyway, supposedly the loop is 1.9 miles, but since I'm taking this bigger way, all right, everybody. Miller Country Camp, 4 miles. Hereford Bridge Trailhead, 8 miles. Shoot. I hope I didn't go the wrong way. We will see. Because it's supposed to curve back around towards the river. I kind of started at the end instead of at the start because I wanted to go a different direction. There's a bunch of people up at the San Pedro House. So, anyways, hopefully this doesn't look too stupid because I can't see. I can't see the camera. So anyways, I got my hike going. So we'll find out for sure. I started it a little late, completely forgot. Illegal to dig or remove anything. That's because it's a national riparian area. So, day 27, I took Friday and Saturday off. Today is Sunday. Good morning. So we will see. If this doesn't pan out, I'm going to go back to the start. I was going to show you my little map, but it's in my backpack. Well, there's the trail marker. All right, I guess I'm going the right way. Yep, here's the road that the map talked about. So I paused you for a second because I had to get my backpack map out. So this is the San Pedro House right there. And this is the loop I'm taking. This is where I'm at right now. I just joined this road. And so how do I hold this? Okay. So I'm taking this route here around here. This is a pond, and then it goes along the river up to this point, and then it goes back across over to the San Pedro House. So that's where I'm going. Okay. And this is the access road right here. Since I got this little thing, this is an interpretive trail hike. So I'm just going to read just a little bit. The Baquias Land and Cattle Company built the San Pedro House in the 1930s as the home of their ranch manager. The railroad tie cabin, there's a railroad tie cabin there, was a playhouse for the manager's children. And the water tank were also part of the original ranch buildings. The large Fremont cottonwood, the one named Bailey, is 80 years old and over 36 feet around. The ranch manager planted Bailey, the cottonwood, behind the house in 1948. So there you go. So a little bit of history. I gotta fold my map up and stick it in my pocket. Okay, so I'm cresting a little rise here, and I can see the end of the road down there, so that where it turns south. But I wanted to show you this. It's very cool. Very cool. So follow me this little bit. There's people coming. Okay, so that was a lady, and very nice, walking her little dog. And apparently she and her husband walk this trail quite often. And I said, I guess I'm going against the traffic like I always do. Which is true. I am definitely not a go with the flow person. I'm always swimming upstream when everybody else is swimming downstream. But she said during this, she goes, this time of the year, as you get down towards the river, it's easier. It's pretty easy to find the trail. She says in the summertime, it's a little hard. So, nice tip of information. That's good. All right, so we're coming up to where it turns. Oh, and here's a shout out to my friend George. He asked me how I'm liking the shoes, because he's looking for a pair of shoes similar to this. So, George, yes, I'm loving them. This is now the 4th time I've hiked in them. Man, they're so freaking comfortable. It's crazy. All right, so apparently the road goes that way, but we're not going that way. We're going to turn here. The last turn off was way back where it goes over to connect. So maybe we'll take that way one day. We'll see. So there are 40 miles worth of hiking trails along the San Pedro. So I have a new goal, guys. I am going to try to walk every single one of these trails the next year. So this is a wash. Has a name. I can't remember what the wash is. That's way down there. I can't remember what the name of the wash is. So the wash that I walked in last time, it's called Horse Thief Draw. Some of these washes have cool names. Hello, yucca. I love yuccas. They get a stem that grows out of the top, and it's like really tall. And I thought it was just like a grassy type stem. Turns out it's a woody flower stalk. One of my clients recently, he had a walking stick that he had made, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. And he says it's yucca. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it's yucca. And I said, I thought those flower stalks, and he took me out in his yard and he showed me. And I said, I thought those flower stalks were like just, like grassy, like where you could reach up and just break them. He's like, nope, they're like wood. So there's a lot of yucca in this grass. See those little dots out there? Those are all yucca sticking up out of the top. So here's a question that I always have. Cattle have been grazed here since people first came out here. White people, I should say. There's still cattle that free range. And I know that there were large parts of out here that look just like this, where it's just grass with some bushes and stuff put in. There's an area that I'm eventually I'm gonna do my first overnight hike there, and it's called Government Draw, and that has large areas of grass, but then it also has large areas of, you know, the typical desert that I've shown you guys. So is this grass, you know, and cattle like elephants more so. Cattle change the landscape as they graze, and then the land adapts to the cattle so that it's continually growing. So I always just ask myself, sorry, I dropped my hat. I took it off because I'm hot. I told you guys I'm hot. I need, you know, how much of what we're seeing out here is because of adaptation from the cattle grazing, and how much of it is natural? I don't know. Several reasons why I got the backpack. One, so I can start carrying some weight, getting used to carrying weight. And what's heavy? Water. And I got to bring water with me anyways, and I was tired of carrying my water bottle with me all the time. This is kind of cool. There's the wash down there, and then this nice little, almost like a tunnel through the mesquites. Is kind of cool. And so I can get used to having a backpack on. This is a cheapie from Walmart. Ozark Trails. It's a little gray one. I don't even remember what the name of it is. The wind keeps trying to steal my hat. Anyways, it has adjustable straps that are really easy. You undo them to get it on, or take it off. You know, you loosen the straps, and then you tighten them just like you would with a backpack. You know, once you get it on, you take the straps in both hands and you pull downwards, kind of downwards and back at the same time, to lift the load up onto your back more, up onto your mid back. And so far, it's pretty comfortable. Everything is made for skinny people, of course. Nothing against y'all skinny people, but they need to to factor in us plus size people. They really do. So the waist strap doesn't fit, of course. Well, it fits if I put it right up under my boobs, which is not where it's supposed to go. So I'm gonna have to get a couple of plastic buckles, universal plastic buckles, and dang it, I gotta take this hat off. Sorry, my head is hot. So I'm not sure if I like this hat or not. I mean, it was a cheap hat. I'll look, have you guys look at it. See, it's comfy. It's super adjustable, and it might just be me. It might not be the hat at all. My head gets very hot when I'm working. Very hot. And yes, I probably should have a hat on right now, but I can't stand it. I'll put it back on in a little while. So anyways, it's okay. I mean, it's not digging in anywhere. Yeah, I can feel, I don't know how much 2 liters of water weigh. I can feel the weight of the water, which will go down if I keep drinking it, right? Remember I talked about the things that maintain their weight and the things that are consumable. Water is a consumable that you refill as you go along. And so, as a result, if I drink like I'm supposed to, walking on this trail, Look at these mesquites. Those are some old mesquites. Mesquites grow very, very slowly out here. So here's a trail. Oh, it just goes down to the wash. Okay. I mean, it's digging a little bit in my left armpit. Maybe if I loosen it a little. So to loosen it, you just kind of lift up on these buckles. Oh, that's better. Okay, I had it too tight. So you can easily adjust it when you're walking if you have enough flexibility to get your arm back there underneath your armpit. That's where the buckle is, and you just lift up on it. Lift up on the back. There's like a little spot just for that, for your finger to slip into. And you just pull up on it, and you can either loosen it all the way out, and they've got a little tab on the end of the strap so that it just doesn't come out of the buckle, you know, when you go to release it. So that's good, because I was worried about that, because that would be something knuckleheaded me would do, and then I'd be struggling to get the straps back in. So anyways, waist strap. So I'm gonna have to be like my friend, the crafty traveler, and get some universal buckles that'll fit this, and some nylon webbing, and just make a waist belt extender. Okay, I'm getting down near the river because there's some cottonwood trees. I just hit the Stagcorn cactus. I just hit the 1 mile mark. Just back there, just a little bit. I had paused the camera so you guys didn't get to hear it. That's okay. All right, so this, where we're coming right now, in this area here, and hopefully we can see it. There's this trail goes this way, and this trail that goes this way, and you'll see the sign here. Must be newer. I don't know, but it's got water on it. But anyways, there's a pond right in here. It's called the Kingfisher Pond. And the Kingfisher Pond used to be a gravel and dirt quarry that filled in with water. And apparently green kingfishers frequent this pond, birds, lots of birds. So I don't know, hopefully we can see it as we come around the bend up here. We'll see. So anyways, this, for I think it was like, I don't know, not quite $30, this little backpack. It's okay, and it helps me to get training, because one of the things that I read was that as you train, you need to start wearing a backpack, a day pack. This is all this is a day pack. It's a hydration day pack. And then, oh, cool. So here we come. Dun, 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 dun. And start putting weight in it, and then slowly increasing. So today I have in there my 2 liters of water, a granola bar in case I decide to take a break. Look at that tree. Okay, so that is almost as big as Bailey. Almost. So, you know, my last one where I was like, I don't know how to figure out diameter and stuff like that. Okay, that's probably close to 30 feet in diameter, which is wild. There's some kind of weird little animal thing. You know, they do things like conservation out here, of course. All right, the trail goes this way, but it also goes that way. I will really want to walk along the river. So we're going to go this way because I know the trail for sure goes right along the river all the way back to the start. So anyways, I know they do like conservation and animal reintroduction. Oh, and I wanted to tell you, one thing I found out when I went to the San Pedro House was that they have reintroduced beaver into this area, and they do, the BLM does what is called a wet dry hike in June. I need to get a thing for my glasses. And that's where they train a bunch of volunteers, and they're given these little mobile GPS things, and you literally walk down the river. I think in the river. And they have markers along the way, or you're with a team member who's on the bank, I don't know, and you get to certain spots and you hit this little GPS. Look at this grove of cottonwoods. Wow. That is cool. Look. Up, 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 up. Oh, I'm still going. I'm still going. Wow. That's really cool. All right, so, and anyways, you walk along, and when they tell you, you hit this little GPS thing, and it determines how high the water is right there. So there's a trail that goes that way. Maybe someday. And the river is right down there. So anyways, he said on that he did the wet dry hike last year, and they actually ran into beaver. And apparently they had reintroduced them down in the southern portion of the San Pedro River area down near Hereford. And they've now migrated and spread out through the whole 40 miles of the riparian area where there's water. Because remember, I told you there are sections that look at this, that go underground at certain times of the year. Oh, this is just amazing. Just amazing. So, I also want to show you this trail. You can tell hundreds and hundreds of feet have walked on this trail. Oops, stick. All right, so that why apparently we're not going to see the Kingfisher Pond unless I go that way. So next time I do this loop, I will go down and we'll go by the green Kingfisher Pond. I thought maybe you could see it from there. And supposedly on the other side of the river, over there somewhere, the trail goes across, she called it the stream. Goes across over to the pond. We'll do that sometime too. But since this is my first time, we are going to go this way. Oh, we had the river flooded really hard this year. during monsoon season. And it looks like it toppled a bunch of trees. Look at this. And look at all the debris from the river pushing it up. And look at this. Bureau of Land, no, not the Bureau of Land Management. State Conservation Agency. Arizona State Conservation Agency was here. Oh, I don't know. We noticed them. Oh. September, October. We saw them hanging out in our neighborhood, and we were like, what are they doing here? You know, we were being all protective of our neighborhood. But anyways, the volunteer at the San Pedro House was telling me that, so I'm going to show you the path. It's being a little tricky because it's definitely not a smooth path. But anyways, he told me that they were here, and they stayed for a couple weeks, I guess, or a week. I don't know. Stayed at they camped out here. I think they camped out. I don't know. I want to say they camped out. But anyways, they spent a lot of time clearing the trails, making sure that you can see that the trails are very visibly marked. All right, so there's some washes and stuff that come in here. So I got to be a little careful. It's very lumpy bumpy, if you can't tell. Okay. I don't know if you can hear the wind in the branches, but it's very relaxing. There's the river. I know we're not supposed to go down there. Can you see it? They're more particular on this side about don't go up by the riverbank. It's very fragile. I gotta go. And yet they'll have us walk down a wash. You need to pay attention to the rules. You do. And so if they tell me don't walk up by the riverbanks, I'm not going to walk up by the riverbank. Unless there's an area where they actually give you to walk up by the riverbank, which they might. Like there's a little path right here. Looks like it goes up right by the riverbank. Let's go. Ooh, it's very sandy here. Okay. Hear that? Isn't that cool? It's a bunch of algae. Okay, back on the trail, back in the saddle again. Friend is a friend. Okay. So I don't know how much you guys want to watch. We're at 31 minutes right now. Sorry. If I hear a noise, I'm going to stop. I kind of train myself. Mostly because of rattlesnakes. You constantly have to be aware of your surroundings. And if I hear a weird noise, I'm going to stop and investigate. Or at least try to see if I can see what it is. So we're coming up on a fast flowing part of the river. You see it? There's a path that goes down here. Ooh. All right, my knees are not going to like this. Oh. I will stay back from, it says to stay at least 5 feet back, so I'm going to stay that far back. Look at all that debris over there. That's from just being pushed by the river. It pushed all these rocks and made the kind of almost like a little dam. There's some still water on the other side right over there. So peaceful. All right. Oh, there's an easier trail. Climbing over that log. I was going to bring you back and like watch you struggle. What have you watched me struggle getting over that log? All right. Now, this looks deep here. Definitely looks deep. I don't know how deep, but it looks deep. Might only be 3 or 4 feet, but so here's another little bit of PT advice. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Let me take the logs made a dam. Or maybe somebody did that. I don't know. That's kind of cool. So they could walk over there. But very cool. So getting out and walking on uneven ground will help your balance. Because your balance starts at your feet, toes, ankles. Moves up your legs, to the rest of your body. And your eyes and your ears kick in too. And as we get older, anything over the age of 50, hold on. Okay, folks, so I just ran into some people as I'm walking along. And so I shut the camera off. And they go like, what are you up to? And so I told them. I said I videotape so to keep track of my progress because I want to walk the Arizona Trail. And they were like, wow, good for you. How are your knees holding up? You got quite a bit of weight there going. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I said, they're actually holding up pretty good, which they are. I said, unless I'm climbing over logs and stuff. But anyways, I told them what I'm doing. That I started just videotaping so I could keep track. And that a friend of mine said to put them on YouTube. So I'm just being myself. And hopefully this inspires people. Whew, I'm working up a sweat, y'all. Goes down to the river there. Okay. But to get the full beauty of things, look at this. We get to walk under an arch. River on this side. pretty neat how that tree grew. All right, cool. I saw this big log jam up here, so I thought I'd restart the video so you can see. Man, I know beavers didn't do this, but beavers would love this. But it's getting through there somehow. Look at that. Because, I mean, it's still flowing fast. Just toppled those trees right over. I think my trail was right back there. So that crosses over, but I'm not sure. Oh, yep. This is blocked off. I was told that it would probably be blocked off. Whew. So there's the Huachucas. I'm heading back. I had to shut you off because there were some people on the trail and I don't want to interfere with their hike.
Total distance 2 miles. Total time 1 hour 7 minutes and 7 seconds. Current pace 25 minutes 6 seconds per mile. Split pace 36 minutes 28 seconds per mile.
There you go, guys. Okay, so I passed the 2 mile mark. Yay! That's huge. I've been kind of stuck since I started the Gunsmoke walking thing. I've been kind of stuck. Okay, so see that stalk going up? That's actually wood. And you could break that off, and he made a walking stick out of it. And we have several yuccas on our property that have those on them. I'm going to pull them off and see what I can make. Anyways, I've been kind of stuck since I started doing the Gunsmoke thing. Stuck right at that 1.85 miles. It's kind of frustrating, but I had to keep telling myself, don't be frustrated. You know, this is all part of the training. This wasn't like, 12, 15 years ago when my rheumatoid arthritis was flaring up and I started walking. I'm pushing myself more. Back then, I'd walk for 15 minutes, turn around and walk back for 15 minutes. We're here, and granted, this is day 27, but I have not walked every day of those 27 days. So I probably walked 15, 20 maybe. So as a result, that cool yucca right in the middle. I've pushed myself, and so because I've been pushing, I have to rest more. So right now I'm kind of in the walk a day, take a couple days off. Walk a day, take a couple days off. This one actually has 3. Oh, the wind is blowing my hat off my head. Tuck it down, tighten it. So that's kind of where I'm at right now in my training, is the walk a day, 2 days off, walk a day, 2 days off. But it's working for me. I was trying to go every other day. First I did every day, as you because off of my videos I did every day. But then as I started increasing my mileage, I started going like every other day because I had to rest. Because old bodies hurt when you do strenuous things with them. It's worth it though, guys. I'm telling you, it's worth it. I may have muscle soreness and things like that and be really tired. Like right now, I'm tired. And I didn't even get in the full time because I forgot to start my hike from where I started, which was at the San Pedro House. So it's probably going to be about, I don't know, 2.25 miles, something like that. 2.5 maybe. But anyways, yeah, it's not like when I was in my 30s. I'm sore generally for a couple days after doing this, but I'm feeling better. Still have phlegm in my throat from, I must have fall allergies because I wake up in the morning. You don't need to hear all that. You know what I mean. Anyways, and I'm finding that right now that a 2-day rest is working for me. Okay, I have lost some weight. I don't know how much. I just know I look better in the mirror. Things are firmer. I definitely have more stamina than I did before. Trying to hold on to my hat. This wind is a whipping from the south. Definitely more stamina. Yeah, I'm sore, but my mood is better. My mood is elevated. Anyways, we're gonna cottonwood trees in the San Pedro House. Love you all. Bye.